This is the Queerbilly, G.G. Jacobs, all the way from Pound Town, USA, and I'm here drinking at Moe's. Ew!
This is Drinkin at Moe's, where we talk about the pros of pro wrestling in the Midwest while sipping on some brews with blessed beers and wrestling. That's my scene. Death matches and lucha libre, it's also mean. I'm a straight up smart goofball, not no kiss ass. I stand tall when it comes to wrestling. I'm the king. I know every move, every fling. Get ready for a wild time with Drinkin at Moe's, where we don't quit. Drinkin at Moe's, that's where it's at, like a power bomb. We hit hard, never flat. Fucking right, we're living the dream. Talking about wrestling, always a scream.
You know, I've always said here at Drinkinatmos, just because it says drinking at Moe's does not mean it has to be alcoholic. So I'm happy to say Drinking at Moe's is sponsored by Prince Nana Coffee. The exact same guy you see every week on Dynamite, on Collision. Yes, he has his own coffee, and it's freaking delicious. They don't even roast those beans until you've placed your order. And you might be telling me, hey, Big Mo, I'm more of a tea guy. They got you covered there too. Use the referral link in the description of this video. And let's get you dancing like Prince Nana with Prince Nana Coffee. All right, everybody, welcome Drinking at Moe's. Big Mo here. You know the drill. You too, like, subscribe, share, comment, all that good stuff, if you will. Best Dusty Rhodes impression, because YouTube's algorithm is a pain in the ass. For most places you find the audio podcast too. I feel like I'm about to sneeze. All right, but today I'm excited to have with me the Queerbilly himself, G.G. Jacobs. How you doing?
Doing very well. Just lounging in my palatial estate here in Pound Town, USA.
Yeah.
How are you?
Oh, I can't complain.
That's good.
Good.
That means you're good.
No, good stuff with the podcast. My little boy is enjoying himself upstairs right now.
Oh, hell yeah. Rock and roll.
Now almost we're approaching 8 months old now. So
Oh, wow. Congratulations.
thank you.
My
Yeah.
sister has she'll be 5. Little Georgie, my niece, will be 5. Was it September? I forget the exact date. September next month, and she's
Oh,
a little demon. She's hell on wheels. So Godspeed.
oh man, yeah. No, I can understand the trying to keep some of the birthdays straight can be a little crazy because my wife's side don't have as many nieces and nephews. I think 3 nephews and a niece on my wife's side, but on my side of things, the oldest of my 2 sisters has 4 girls.
Oh wow.
My uh, now I'm even trying to keep it all straight. My brother has 2 girls, and my youngest sister has a girl and a boy. So it's like a lot to
That's a big
keep.
family.
Though,
I keep it down to, I know my hot pot. That's November 13th. I know my father's October 26th, and my sister's February 7th, and
nice.
my mother's, God rest her soul, March 13th. So
No,
yeah.
no kidding. Not too far away from my wife's, March 10th.
Oh, oh yeah, March birthday.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and my as if my son's birthday wouldn't be too easy to remember in and of itself. My He came just hours shy of being a birthday buddy with my dad.
Oh, well, my niece, Georgie, she's a birthday buddy with my grandpa. I
Yeah,
forget
my
the exact date.
my dad, his birthday is literally Christmas Day, and my son was literally born
Oh my God, Christmas
like
Day.
couple hours.
Double
It
the
would have been a
gifts.
couple hours later. He would have been birthday buddies with my dad. But Christmas Eve, baby.
Just like Christ.
Yeah, which it's funny for me thinking that this coming Christmas will technically be his second Christmas. It's weird for me thinking about that
Oh, yeah.
because first Christmas he was still in the hospitals.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, but
No,
no,
that's all tough. Death is tough.
uh, but to get into what I start off with everybody with when they first come on the show, what got you started as a fan, and then what got you deciding to make the leap into the business?
What got me started as a fan? Well, my first memory watching wrestling would have been, so I grew up out in Arizona. I was born in Ohio, but I was hanging out with my best friend at the time, eating spaghetti, drinking milk, flipping through the channels, and landed on WCW. I don't
Mm.
even remember the episode or whatever, but it was Macho Man with his valet, Gorgeous George,
Oh yeah.
and was just captivated by everything, just the lights, Macho Man, all of that jazz. And like my dad grew up liking wrestling, so did my brother, but it wasn't like up until that point, it wasn't like something they watched all the time. But then I fell into it, and like another early memory would be those Lion Den matches
Oh yeah.
with
Yeah.
like Owen Hart and Ken Shamrock and Steve Blackman. Those were sick.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that was my what got me in. I just like just the fights and the larger than life characters. But what made me want to dive into it was I was living out in Arizona and felt like I was working to hang out. I wasn't really progressing in my life, not really doing anything, didn't really have any aspirations or goals other than to get to my next paycheck and party. So I was like, you know what? All my family lives out in Ohio. So I decided to do that as well as like what's something I've always wanted to do. And when I was little, my mom bought me a How to Be a Wrestler for Dummies book. And I would carry that book everywhere. And I was like, well, I'm getting older. Uh, might as well shoot my shot,
Yeah.
see if I can do it. And if I can't, as long as I tried, I can die happy knowing I tried.
Yeah.
So came out here, started training with the NWF and broke my shoulder. Fell into deep depression for about 2 years, just because I didn't have insurance. So I let my shoulder heal naturally. And then I was just working away, just in a routine. And then the pandemic hit, and during quarantine, did a bunch of acid and just watched independent wrestling, and I was watching it and tweeting and all that jazz, and I was like, well shit, I see some of these guys and they look just like me. Why
Yeah.
can't I do it?
Yeah.
I can do a barrel roll. So uh once restrictions started being lifted, I went and saw Cody Hawk in Hamilton, Ohio, and went and got trained by him.
Nice. Now, the other thing that, curious about is the origins of the Queerbilly, because like the name itself just sticks out. So, can you tell me a little bit about that? Because I'm definitely interested to hear about this.
So, where I came from was a little promotion called FGW, Future Great Wrestling, and it was a weekly show that was attached to where I trained with Cody, and we were running some story, and it was me, uh, my tag team partner, and still my tag team partner. We're still a crew. We just don't get booked as much. MVP, the bosom buddies. It was us coming and forming this little faction that was just a moment in time, just a second, with Jackson Breeze at the helm, Evil Nate Hewitt, and Hooks. So you had the heavy metal Viking. You had the Evil Nate, the Killbilly. Then MVP, he's just a hillbilly. He's from Hamilton, Ohio. And then we were talking about, well, what kind of Billy are you? Because you're definitely some kind of Billy. And I was like, well, I don't want to be called just the gay Billy because that just sounds weird. Don't
Yeah,
roll.
that sounds like
And I was like, well, queer. I'm a queer Billy. I'm the queer Billy. So went along with that.
hey, I get it. I like it. You know, a little something that, like I said, it sticks out. It's like you're thinking, you know, hillbilly, and then you see queer in front of it. You're like, oh, like I'll admit,
It
initially
stumbles
you're
the
like,
mind a little.
yeah, a little bit, but
But
then,
then, you look back at like Beverly Hillbillies or even just like Deliverance.
yeah,
You look at hillbilly characters, they're pretty flamboyant. They're
they
pretty
can be,
out
yeah,
there, loud characters. And I remember this one time I was in, I don't know why they did a LGBT event in this town because this was not a very LGBTQ plus friendly town, and that was
yeah.
Newark, Ohio. And we go there, and it was fine. Like a few people showed out, and I was happy that they did, and it was a fine show. But photographer came up to me and he's like, "Man, you did so good out there. You remind me just like my uncles." And I started laughing and I'm like, "Well, I think your uncles are gay." And he just looked at me weird and walked away. And I'm like, "Oh, if I remind you of someone of your kin, 9 out of 10 times they're on the DL. I'm just very loud and out of the closet."
Yeah, no, if you're reminding somebody of past relatives, it's like, well, you would think that maybe you
Yeah.
got a good point there. But
Uh,
it it's definitely interesting now, you know, thinking back on LGBTQ representation in wrestling. I mean, there's now you have events like Effie's Big Gay Brunch
mhm.
that are like every time that they're
Yep.
put on during the collectives, they're like a highlight of that entire weekend. When you think back on guys like, God rest his soul, Canyon, where
Yeah.
back when he was in, he was having to hide that part of him
Well,
until the later part
so
of his.
I came out in eighth grade, and that wasn't easy for me being a 32-year-old man. Uh, so I lived most of my life being queer, and I've always wanted to be a wrestler.
Yeah,
But when I was 18, 19, 20, like I love the indies, looking at the indies, that is not a place I wanted to be as a loud, out, openly queer person.
yeah,
I would
yeah.
have been eaten alive, beaten down. I would have been bashed. And like, you can talk to some of those old heads that are still stomping their feet, walking these grounds today, and they'll be like, I wouldn't have done that bullshit. I call bullshit on that because as soon as they're around their buddies that are still stomping around today, they be talking that way and talking about their good old days.
Yeah.
So I'm all about making memories with people I like and are down to
Yeah.
have a good time, but yeah, I very much recognize the landscape of professional wrestling has very much changed, and it's because it's not so gate kept anymore. And it's a double-edged sword in the way
Yeah.
I see it, but I like it that if anyone wants to do this, they can. They can throw a rock and pretty much hit a trainer.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just about commitment.
Hmm.
Like, how much do you want it? What do you want to do? And
Yeah.
really, we're all independent workers.
Oh
But
yeah.
yeah, I knew when I was 28, it was a good time to get in because of the influx of representation I was seeing. And also, when I got in, I was a pretty hefty fellow. And I would see people like on MLW, Barrington Hughes and AC Romero,
Mm.
and I'd be like, these are big motherfuckers. If they can hit those ropes, I sure as hell can hit those ropes. I've ran from cops. I know how to run. So I can hit some goddamn ropes.
Yeah. Well,
But yeah.
and I was just thinking, I got my start watching independent wrestling when I was stationed in the Navy in San Diego. And one guy that jumped out to me there was a guy, I believe he's still going. His name was Terex. And like the first time I saw him, big dude. And then I see him pull off a standing moonsault from like right on the mat. And I'm like, oh my God. The next show, the next show, I took a friend and I could see that he was getting ready to do that. And I just like nudge him. I'm like, dude, watch this. And the look on his face, I was like, I told you.
I mean, like, that's another thing just in wrestling in the business. You'll meet people and you'll be like, oh, they can't, you wouldn't expect what they'll do.
Yeah.
Like, you're not even thinking they're not going to do something. They do something like that, and you're like, what? Excuse me? Like, you see a guy like, Donovan Dijak doing like the backflips, and the dude's like 6'8". Like,
Yeah.
what lab were you bred in? Like, you
No,
see guys like Sam Holloway who can move at speeds like a light heavyweight, but is a super heavyweight. Like, that's crazy.
yeah.
Like, just you just don't expect it.
Oh yeah. But I mean, much like you, I'm down to have a good time. Like my whole thing with how I treat anybody, and this is just everybody that I come in contact with, it's just, you know what? If you're gonna if you're gonna be good to me, I
I'll be
got you.
good to you.
I'll be good to you. I got you. If you're not gonna be good to me, I'll be cordial, but I'm not gonna go out of my way for your ass anymore.
Yeah, no. I live my life by the golden rule, and that's do unto others how you would like done unto you.
Exactly.
And
Exactly the
like
way you do it.
that's just how I'm gonna treat everyone. Like I come into every situation treating everyone with respect because that's how I would like to be treated.
Oh yeah, totally. And like,
And
oh god.
people will just be like, well, you got to pay your dues, earn your respect. It's like, I'm a human being.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm all about paying dues and whatnot. But
Yeah.
my thing is sometimes it's just taken a little far or
Yeah.
over
No.
dramatized in this business, but
Yeah, it can be.
it's fine.
Yeah. No, and like I have some great memories with people from. I just told this story the other night with John Bullard of
Oh, I
Fantastic Leader
love
Wrestling.
John.
I
One of
just
my favorite people.
I told him this story because I was like, when when I was deployed, they had they call it a cruise book, or yearbook for the deployment.
Okay.
And when we got to the end, we got back and everybody's waiting to get off. There's like a whole order. Uh, I forget the order of how it goes, but I remember waiting on the quarterdeck of the ship, and a person that I was working with at the time, who this was right as they were debating about ending the whole "don't ask, don't tell"
Yeah.
deal. We all knew that this person was gay, but we were just like, you know what, you know how to do your job, you're fine, whatever.
Yeah.
And I was waiting there with them. They had a whole bunch of stuff to take down to their family, and they just looked over at me and said, "Hey, want to help me take this down there?" I was like, "Yeah." Well, on the way out, like I just walked off the pier after that because I was like, "Hey, I'm down here. I'm going to leave." Well, I could see the rest of my division still up on the ship, and it. The reason I laugh about it now is because in that cruise book, there's pictures of when we got back to San Diego. I recognized what I was wearing when I was leaving the ship, and there's literally a picture. You can see me leaving the pier, and I was like, "All right,
That's funny. Well,
yeah."
I remember when I came out, a friend of mine, we're still friends. He's actually my oldest friend. He came up to me and he's like, I hate you. And I was like, what did I do? He's like, I lost my bet. He betted my buddy in fifth grade I was queer and lost a $5 bet. And I was just like, that's insane, Sam. What was
That's
that movie? Trading Places or whatever? Like, bet $1 and they trade places. Like, that is crazy. They literally did, like, life's
that's
funny, though.
yeah. No, it definitely is. I now brought up Mr. Bullard. I actually
Yeah.
just a couple days ago did a mid-season recap for
Oh,
Fantastic League of Wrestling. That's gonna be released as of this recording this next Wednesday. But
nice. Ew.
great promotion. They actually, as podcast partner, they gave me the ref shirt. So like
Ew,
every
I was about to say, that's a very cool shirt.
oh yeah, it even has my logo right on the
It
front.
actually looks like the Cincinnati FC team colors.
Oh yeah, and I'm liking it. Like I've been slimming down a little bit, so like it fits me
Fitting better.
better now. But as of this recording, actually tomorrow
Yes,
there's a big show for them. Bumper cars and body slams
that's right.
at Indiana Beach, the water park theme park, going up against Paragon.
That's right. Paragon. The Paragon, the world's most dangerous game, apparently, Paragon.
Yeah. Now
I've known this guy and seen his work, and I'm very excited.
I'm excited to see how this one goes because like they told me about like the first ever show that they ever did at Indiana Beach. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh dang, talk about leaving a good first impression.
Yeah.
And then I'm seeing the videos of, I believe it was the last one that they did there this this particular season, where they did the visual of the crowd coming into the venue, and I'm like, oh dang, That's
Yeah,
quite
they
a
pull
nice
a real
crowd.
good crowd there.
Oh yeah. So I'm excited for you guys. What are you looking forward to with that match? Because definitely it
Uh,
looks like it's going to be an interesting one.
uh, well, so I am a mayor. I am the mayor of Pound Town, and it looks like Paragon's the world's most dangerous game, and he's stepping into Pound Town, is the way I see it. I have unknown pleasures, and I've done my tape studies. I've seen what he has to offer. I've been watching him blossom into who he is now. So I'm excited to just get my hands on him, feel his heart touch so that he can feel my heart touch. And, the old adage goes, iron sharpens iron. So
Yeah,
I think whatever the outcome may be, I'm going to be better going into my next match because of this match.
I that's a good way to think about it. No, there's a couple things that I'm particularly enjoying with Fantastic League of Wrestling right now. One of them being, well, kind of two-part thing here for the first one. The international talent that they're bringing in,
Oh, yeah.
which, I mean, heck, one of them, the now two-time Supernova champion Tommy Gunn,
That's
who
right. Bang, bang,
in
bang, bang, bang.
hmm?
Oh, I did like a little gun noise, like Tommy
Ah,
gun.
yeah. But in his excursion down to Mexico, making it a true world title. So that was awesome, and getting to bring that back. And now they have people from Taiwan coming in. They've had people from Japan, and I think, there we go. Okay, I
No,
thought we froze there.
I'm very still.
Yeah, I was like, I thought we froze there for a second. But people from Taiwan, people from Japan, and then they got people making excursions over to Japan
That's right.
for
Paragon.
FTO. Yeah,
Or is
and
he going to Taiwan?
I'm
He's going
forgetting.
over to Asia.
Yeah, and
Him, Aaron, and someone else. I know
yeah,
Gran Torino went over there.
yeah.
I've seen a couple other people go
Those
over,
effing
I believe.
guys are going to be over there.
Who?
Those effing guys, the tag.
Oh, Jay and Don. I love them.
Yep, and yeah, Aaron Daniel, he's getting ready to go over there. I actually just had his episode released this last Wednesday.
Oh, I'm gonna have to listen because I want to know more about Aaron Daniel Norman.
Yeah, I'm actually looking forward to hearing about things when he comes back, because he's told me about some things outside of the shows for FTO about going over to. I believe he was actually able to land uh, tickets to the finals for the big Stardom tournament over there.
Oh,
So
wow,
he's him and him and his lady are going to be able to go over there for that. So that's going to be
that's
fun.
very cool. Very happy for Aaron.
Oh
That
yeah,
was very rad.
I'm happy for all of them getting that chance to go over there, because another Navy story here. When I was deployed, one stop that we had was I could see Japan. We were anchored off of Japan, but only a few people actually got to go on shore for, I forget what the hell it was. I wasn't one of them. So it's like, put me on a mission to get over there at some point. Whenever the hell that's going to be, I don't know. But I was like,
I want to get over there. I'm working actually getting my passport right now. I just need to go down and get my photo and pay the government fees. So once I
yeah,
do that, I'm going to have my passport, and I have two companies in Canada that I've been talking to. So I know I'll be going over there. There was a company in Guatemala. I don't know. We'll see.
we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I've had well, I got one more promotion that I'm scheduled to talk with for the show in September. I've had a few people on from well, I've talked to the promoter twice now from Island Pro Wrestling in Prince Edward Island. That
Ooh,
the great
where's that? Like
promotion
over by the Virgin Islands or something?
over. That's actually up in well, the Maritimes up in Canada.
Oh,
So
uh-huh.
yeah, like way up there. But yeah, no, great people. I got more people from the promotion coming on. But
Hell yeah.
the other thing I'm liking with Fantastic League of Wrestling is their very good job of inclusiveness and bringing in people that, you know, not being the stereotype like evil foreign person coming in.
No, I love that. You have actual characters that are able to convey their emotions, whether it be good or bad,
Yeah,
and they're not some schlocky cliche of yesteryear.
yeah,
Like, oh, this villain's from a foreign land. Like, no, they're from a foreign land, and that's what's fucking cool. Like,
exactly.
whatever it may be,
Yeah,
or a foreign world, even.
yeah. And we were talking, me and Mr. Bullard, that it was like it's one thing if that's just their in ring persona, their character is the bad guy. That
Yeah,
that's whatever. But to bring them in and like put them in that role just because they're the
my whole thing is when it comes down to it, just depends on the day you get me. I may be good, I may be bad, but
nothing wrong with
I'm a
that.
whole new kind of badness because I'm so good at it. Ew.
No, nothing wrong with that. Now, another thing that I've been noticing, and you have done a lot with the hardcore deathmatch style.
Ah.
Now, one I've been lucky enough to have on a bunch of my favorites, and I've been
Who's your
extremely.
favorite?
Oh God. Well, two that jump out to me as two of my favorites from when I first really started watching the deathmatch style. One I've had on twice.
Okay.
John Wayne Murdoch.
I love John.
Oh, dude, he,
I hope
he
he's doing well.
oh yeah, no, that little that
Yeah.
injury that he had, yeah. Oh, definitely wishing him well. And the other, the blood fighter Alex Colon.
Oh, I have I don't believe I've really met him. I think I've shook his hand like once, but
I
I've seen him work, and it was actually one of the matches I saw live where I was like, "Oh, this is sick! I want to do this." It was him,
yeah.
Ricky Shane Page for Wrestle Revolver in Detroit, and they did some kind of move where the other slammed one to the ground, and I just saw the dust come off the concrete, and I was
Yeah,
like, "Fuck yeah, this is
yeah.
hardcore."
Ricky Shane Page, another guy that I've had on.
Oh yeah, Ricky's great.
Oh
Love
yeah,
Ricky.
but Alex Colon, he was one of my first like bigger names, and I actually, when we got done recording, they had he had told me about trying to invest in some new kick pads. So I was like
Oh.
trying to sell off the old ones. I was like, well, how much are you wanting? Well, long story short, I made him an offer, and now I have signed ring worn kick pads of his.
Ah, that's pretty sick.
Oh yeah, but so the thing that I always ask everybody that's even dabbled in death matches, and it's something that I'm sure gets asked to them a lot. Why?
That's a funny question. Uh,
I bet, yeah.
I was literally sitting here watching CZW highlights one day, and I asked myself that question. I couldn't really tell you. Uh, I find an enjoyment out of it. Um, I enjoy those chaotic, bloody moments. I feel adrenaline that I can't feel anywhere else. It's a high unlike any other. And I mean, they weren't necessarily great role models in the sense for a kid to live by, but they were my role models and role models for so many others. And that's Mick Foley and Terry Funk.
Oh yeah.
Because, and what I mean by maybe not being great role models, they went out there and brutalized their bodies for the entertainment of the masses. But in doing so, they influence and created dreams for so many of us that we wanted to chase.
Oh
And
yeah.
now we are doing it and living out our dreams.
Oh yeah.
And, you know, watching Cactus Jack, watching Terry Funk, just watching them in their matches, going balls to the wall and getting up and doing it again and doing it again, doing it again. I don't know, just spoke to me. Something
No.
I wanted to do. Like I thing I liked about Mick Foley, especially him, is he looked like the dad that could kick the other dad's ass. Like my dad can kick your dad's ass. That was Mick Foley. When you think about like, oh, what does that
Oh
dad
yeah.
look like? It looks like Mick Foley.
Okay, totally. I can definitely see that. I've had the pleasure of getting to meet him one time when I, when he was still doing his stand up shows.
Oh
I
yeah, yeah.
a friend,
His like storytelling stuff.
yeah, his storytelling shows, kind of like Undertaker's One Dead Man shows,
Yeah.
but Mick Foley's ones. He was actually here in Omaha, Nebraska one time, and a friend invited me to go with him, and there's a meet and greet line after, and yeah, I got my picture with him and everything. It was pretty awesome.
Yeah, and I met him once back in 2018 at a horror hound convention, and we were just talking, and I didn't realize it, but we got this photo. It was like a year or two later. I just like it's on my wall. I'm like, huh? Sokka's in this. He did like bunny ears, but with Sokka. And like, I guess that's like a normal trope of his, but it took me 2 years to see it. And I was just like, oh, that's cool. He was a
That's
very
funny.
cool man.
Oh yeah, no, very very nice person. Like you you always wonder when it comes to you know when you finally get to meet somebody that you know you have all those memories watching them, and then you're
Yeah.
wondering like how it would be to actually meet them, and you hear horror stories about it. Mick
Yeah,
Foley,
I've experienced horror stories. Mick is an exception and a
totally,
standout.
totally. I've been lucky. I've not had too many of the horror story side of it, but they are out there. Like another person that I had the pleasure of meeting before I get into some deathmatch questions that I have here. That we brought up Revolver.
Yes.
He Revolver. Uh, they do a lot of their shows out in Des Moines, Iowa,
Mm-hmm. That's
and
right.
those are the ones that I tend to go to when I have the chance. And
Okay.
back when Swerve in Our Glory was the AEW Tag Champs, they were there at one of the Iowa shows. I got to meet the both of them, and I was a, I was a little bummed out at first because they weren't out there for the meet and greet before the show.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, crap, because I brought a action figure of each of theirs to, hopefully
Sign.
get signed. Because up top, all my signed ones.
Okay.
And as I'm walking to my car a little bit, bummed out, I see somebody filming a promo in the parking lot. And I was like, because it's like not far, the person wasn't far from my
Yeah, yeah,
car.
yeah.
So I was like, I get to walk into my car and then I look over, I'm like, holy crap, that's Swerve. So I'm like, I'll stand back here a little bit, let him finish. And Swerve has shown what he can do in the deathmatch style of stuff.
Oh yeah.
And he has shown that in front of that camera, he can be one sadistic son of a bitch.
Yep.
But off camera, one of the nicest people I have ever met.
I mean, to be peaceful doesn't mean you can't bring harm. You
True.
got to be able to bring harm to be peaceful, otherwise you're weak.
Very,
Like,
very true. I can
so
see
I
that.
mean, Swerve is a very strong and intimidating person, and he knows you are bringing no threat to him, so he is nothing but peace. Especially because you didn't interrupt his promo. Now, me, I have called myself the king of interruptions because I don't care. If there's a promo going on backstage, I'll wait and I'll interrupt it. Be like, dude, did I do that? Run away.
Oh, I love it. Now, one thing that I've enjoyed because okay, I I love I gravitate towards like the intense personas, much like Swerve. But a thing that also helped gravitate me towards the hardcore deathmatch style of stuff. I love it. But the thing that I also kind of get a little bit of a kick out of is some of the wacky names that come up for some of these matches.
I know, they're fun. I'll give you one that I'm going to be doing in September.
Mm.
Going to be a tag team one. Me and Jake Shepard, Sexy Violence. God, I love him. But we're going to be in what is this? A Detroit jailhouse death match.
That
That's the
sounds
name of
interesting.
it. I'm not going to say who's in it, but because it hasn't been announced, I'm just telling you the match
Yeah,
name.
no,
But
I
I
get
mean,
you.
like, let's be serious. Is like death match names for like stipulations is like weed strain names. People just make shit up. Like,
Yeah.
I got the Wizard's Funky Kush. Okay, cool. I bet it burns the same as any other. But it's just like a death match. I bet it bleeds like any other.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Like
there's one I really want to do, and that's the Sticks and Stones death match, where it's
yeah.
just a bunch of branches, rocks, and shit. I've beaten a man with a switch before in a match. It's cathartic. It's fun. It takes you back to being young.
Oh yeah. Like oh man. I I remember I had Raven Havoc on and
Oh,
he told me about a match that he invented where there's a whole bunch of stuff around the ring, but before you can even go for the pin, all of that stuff needs to get broken.
just an agent of chaos, this Raven Havoc.
Oh man, that was a fun one. But
Before you can win, everything needs to break. Oh,
and I'm
geez,
like,
my
dude,
body.
I love it. And like I remember watching one of his matches before I putting together my notes and stuff. And I just remembered I believe it was one of his matches, but good lord, I'm damn near 400 episodes now. But there was one death match that I watched. I believe it was his, where all of a sudden, partway through, it was like they rammed somebody through wherever the sound stuff was, and like the sound cut off for part of the match.
Jeez. See, and I love creating chaos. Well, you know what? I was about to say I don't like causing damage like that, but that isn't true.
It,
This past Saturday, I was in a no ring death match. It was a memorial for Jimmy Buffett. It was a Jimmy Buffett memorial drunken Taipei death match.
ooh.
And so instead of putting glass or whatever, some sharp objects on our hands, everyone's done that. We put lime juice and
Oh,
salt.
oh, oh, oh.
Yeah. And we did rounds because you got to do rounds of drinks, Jimmy Buffett.
Yeah.
So each round was the length of a Jimmy Buffett song. But there was a moment where Jack Phoenix got the upper hand on me and Swinger and decided to go partake in singing of Margaritaville. Well, this is the last round. We got to get the show going, baby doll. I got to win. So I went over there and bashed his head in with a broken piece of door, but also hit over the microphone. And I yelled at Swinger to get him. And he threw a stop sign, but at the same time, he's like, "Oh, Jesus, microphone's making a lot of noise. I better get it." And I just got so angry in the moment. I'm like, "Why aren't you beating up Jack?" So I cracked Swinger, then I cracked Jack, and then I just lost it. But it was good fun.
Oh yeah. No, oh lots of great memories from some of the death matches I've seen. But one that happened, I believe it happened relatively recently because I we all know cards subject to change.
Yes.
Unholy Warfare. We love wrestling.
Oh, yes, that card did change. I'm upset about that. Oh, that
But
show.
the
A
name
fun
itself,
show. I wish that match happened because just like you, I would have loved to have known what the fuck unholy warfare meant.
yeah,
I I
didn't
couldn't
get to
tell
find
you.
out.
It didn't go to someone else. So I mean I couldn't tell you. But I did have a great match with Chucky Bates, the demented Chucky
Oh yeah,
Bates.
another former guest.
And me and him had a falls count anywhere kind of no DQ type of situation and just beat the shit out of each other. And it was a lot of fun. He got the upper hand on me, but he gave me a good dance, and that's what's important to me.
Oh, definitely, definitely a
Win,
good
lose,
thing.
or draw, I'm always winning.
Definitely a good way to look at it. But yeah, Chucky Bates, another past guest of mine. That
Ah,
was another good one.
he's a
Now,
good dude.
oh yeah, now another one that I believe this one did happen, but I believe okay, I'll just go right into it. Flophouse Wrestling,
Okay.
Red Light District Death Match.
All right.
Now,
Yeah.
I've seen the advertisement as one you versus two others, but I've seen it listed another place as one of these people was different. But the advertisement said you versus Satu Jin versus Tommy Vendetta, but I've seen it listed elsewhere as MM3.
So, Tommy Vendetta was supposed to be there. He had medical issues and could not make it. So filling in was his tag team partner, one half of the Pillars,
Mm,
MM3, Malcolm Monroe the third. And that was a party. That was a
yeah.
hell of a match. And up until that time, I was undefeated. I was holding my ground, king of the hill in red light district death matches. because previously I had beaten LaDon Sanders and Mickey Knuckles the year
Mm.
previous. And so I went in there with a lot of gusto, a lot of vigor, maybe too much. Maybe I underestimated my opponents. I surely did because the people I was in the ring with, that who am I to underestimate them?
Yeah.
Satu Jin and MM3. They've been all over the world. They're traveled and decorated veterans of this business who I was honored to share the ring with and can't wait to share the ring with them again. I've actually shared the ring, well, it wasn't a ring, with Satu before. We had a no ring match for Indie Death Crew.
Mm.
Uh, it was a presented by Hoodfoot
Hoodfoot.
show. And it was in a bar. But basically, Satu showed up for a fight, and I still remembered the day he didn't hold me when I asked, when I was bleeding out. And so I held that vendetta, and we fought it out. And I got him to hold me, but in doing so, I lost. So it's the way the cookie crumbles. But once again, I won. I got my hold.
Yeah. Now, okay, red light district death match though. What all
Yeah.
goes into that?
Oh, it's a sexy, fun time.
Yeah. I'd
Uh,
imagine with red light district, the name.
Traditionally, you're not going to have a lot of your common weapons. I mean, like they'll be thrown in there, thrown throughout here and there, like your chairs and doors, and
Yeah.
maybe a light too, but not in my experience because of the venue. Old Miami's like, no glass. We got grass, so no glass. Understood. But you got paddles, chains, whips. There was even a cane once. Shirobi, I believe it's called Shirobi rope. It's like
Hmm.
the Japanese BDSM of tying
Uh,
rope. Um, Flogs, glory hole doors, um,
yeah.
dildos. You got a lot of dildos, barbed wire dildos, thumbtack dildos.
Oh yeah.
I mean, in the first one, there was even an act of double penetration on Mickey Knuckles by me and LaDon on top of a fan. So, I mean, literally a red light district death match. Anything goes. There are no safe words. It's just until the last person is standing.
Oh yeah. Oh man, that sounds entertaining as hell.
I mean, the first one, LaDon cracked me on the ass twice with a wooden paddle. And I had two just instantaneous welts on my cheeks. But I just turned around and cracked him with a cane as hard as I could. That motherfucker.
Nice. And yet, Satu Jin, thing, another past guest of mine,
I
as
love
far,
Satu.
oh, dude, great person. I, little fact, at least on the audio platform, the highest rated, the highest like listener count of all the episodes so far. His one.
God dang. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I've talked to him. I know he's a funny, interesting dude. So I'm going to have to hear his thoughts.
All right. Now, I have two categories that I round stuff off with. One's a bit of a name game where I name off some people. You give me first thoughts on the person. Now, I try to theme it towards the guest as much as possible.
All right.
And, you know, each of these people, I figured with the amount of deathmatch talk that we've done, each of these people, there's two factors in here. One, big deathmatch names. Two, all former guests of the show.
Okay.
Now, like I said, I give you the name first thought that pops into your head. We
So,
kind of
like
talked.
one word? Like
It
one
doesn't
word?
have to be. It doesn't
Okay.
have to be one word.
First thing comes up. All right.
Yeah, first thing comes up.
I like this.
So, first one we talked about him a little bit, but one of my hell, I got something that was sent to me by him right over here. The Duke of Hardcore himself, John Wayne Murdoch.
A man of constant sorrow. I
Dude, I
mean,
love that. I love that entrance of his.
yeah,
Yeah.
he's got a great song. He's a great dude. I love him to death. He can be a little quiet, but I mean, don't say anything unless you got something to say. So,
Yeah. No, I can agree with that. And he's
and
I
trust
told
me, John speaks up when he needs to, and that's
oh
something I admire and I like.
oh yeah, no, I definitely admire that about him myself. And he has given me one of the like I can be my own worst critic, I'll admit it. But he gave me one of the biggest, I guess, senses of validation that I've ever been given with this podcast. And the second time I had him on, he actually told me that he doesn't do too many podcasts anymore, but he'll do mine.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, dude, I that like that meant the world because I'm like, holy crap, John Wayne Murdoch said
He's a
that about me.
sweetheart.
Oh yeah, totally. Now,
But
next
the
one.
Duke of Hardcore, like, the fuck? Such a sweetheart, but out there just causing mayhem.
Oh yeah, I love it. I love it.
It's the
Now,
duality.
now next up, I got one of my more recent ones. A guy that I was very excited to have on, guy behind We Love Wrestling, Tommy Trainwreck.
I love Tommy.
Oh yeah, good dude.
Fun guy. Really fun to work with. And we love wrestling. He definitely loves wrestling.
Oh, that he does. Yeah.
So that I love it. And I love him.
Now, this next one, I haven't technically had them on yet,
Oh,
but I am currently in talks with getting them confirmed to be on here. Hopefully, this next month. Now, you
oh.
kind of mentioned them a little bit. Now, actually, now that I think about it, actually, a current best-selling author,
I think I know who you're talking about.
Mickey fucking Knuckles.
I love Mickey. First thing comes to my head, Big Balls Club. Um, just, I remember the first time working with her was that Red Light District death match, and we're just in the back talking, and just I stood there and I'm like, well, shit, you've influenced me more than I've realized. I've always loved Mickey, but I mean, when I first was going at it, and that night I'm wearing fishnets, a singlet, my trunks, boots. I'm like, I'm just a queer Mickey Knuckles. And she always jokes with me, stop stealing my shit. I love her to death, though.
Oh yeah,
Uh,
I'm
I
excited to get that
traveled
one.
with her quite a bit too. She's taken care of me. She takes care of everyone. She's a real trooper, and a great mom.
Oh yeah,
Like, I love her to death.
oh yeah, I'm excited to get that one done. Now, last but not least, probably gave when I had them do the little intro thing I have everybody do. Probably gave me one where I kind of caught me off guard a little bit,
Okay.
but it was definitely a good one. Madman Pondo.
Oh, he's a nice guy. I've
Oh
only
yeah,
met him
totally
a
good
couple
dude.
times and chatted. Um, I mean, he's just a legend. The
Oh,
dude's been doing it forever and has kept a consistent schedule. I mean, travels the world. I remember playing him in backyard wrestling.
Yeah,
Like, I honestly think that's probably what introduced me to Madman Pondo.
yeah.
And like, I remember when I was at FGW, I was the cameraman, and him and Mickey actually came to do a tag match, which blew my mind. I'm like, this is a little small promotion in Hamilton, Ohio. The fuck, what's going on? And they're having this hardcore match, and Pondo goes to hit Jacob Rose, this guy, with a kendo stick, and I'm filming, and he's right in front of me. And when he comes back, he cracks me with it, and he's like, "What the hell did I just hit?" Turns around, I'm like, "Oh hey, I'm right here." And he got back excited. But then I met him another time at that same venue. Got to chat with him and get a photo with Shadow WX, and that was very cool. Um, and again, another person who has just given so much back to the
Oh,
business and continues to, and he has opened doorways for so many people that I've gotten to know now and continues to. And, you know, what more could you ask from someone who has given everything to the
oh yeah.
business?
He very, very humble dude as well, because I remember when I was talking with him, I mentioned calling him a legend. Humble tried to downplay it. I'm like, dude, when people think of, like, people have conversations about Mount Rushmore of this, Mount Rushmore of that. When a lot of people, when they think of a Mount Rushmore of like active deathmatch wrestlers,
Madman Pondo,
I told him you're on there for the vast majority
guaranteed.
of people.
Uh, this just goes with like I think most deathmatch workers, really anyone that's been working for a while, that especially who has garnered a name, um, they are humble. And it's because this business breeds you to, because so often you're eating shit, especially as a deathmatcher. You eat shit a lot, and you're
Yeah.
told to grin. Like, you like that? You want another booking? I'm like, yeah, yeah, I do. And finally, so many that stuck it out in the trenches, they get their flowers, but they've just been bred to be humble, and it's good, it's not bad.
Yeah.
But at a certain point, they should take their flowers.
Oh yeah.
Like, I remember, it's one of my favorite memories. We were in the locker room, me, Jake Shepard, and Neil Diamond Cutter.
Oh, dude, I
And
love that guy.
Neil, we're all packing up to leave, and Neil's like, "Does anyone need white wrist tape? I don't need this, blah, blah, blah." And I'm like, "Oh, hell yeah, I'll take some." Jake goes, "Wrist tape from the legendary Neil Diamond Cutter?" And I just start busting up laughing. Neil's laughing, and he's like, "Fuck you, dog." Because, it's just a funny thing to rib them about, because they know.
Yeah.
They know damn well. They're humble about it.
Yeah.
When you can have fun in that moment, it just makes it even more like special. Like,
For
I've
sure.
spent a night just shooting the shit with Neil Diamond Cutter by a fire, and you know, I'm a 32-year-old man. And so like I'm able to connect with some of these guys just because we're in the same age group. Like like it's fun
Yeah.
to make that connection and no longer it just be like, oh, we're workers in a locker room.
Yeah.
We're maybe not necessarily friends in the sense we talk to each other all the time, but we're comrades, confidants. Like we
Yeah.
see each other, we are going to talk. We're going to ask how our lives are. I mean, the last time I saw Neil, I was leaving and he knew I was going back home to do something with my boyfriend. And he's like, "Hey, tell your boyfriend I said hi." And then he's like, "Wait, have I met your boyfriend?" And I'm like, no, I don't think you have. And he's like, oh. And I'm like, but I will, because that's a very nice thing for you to say. And I told my boyfriend, and he's like, oh, that's very sweet. But I
Very,
mean,
very, very nice individual. Yeah.
yeah, no, that's another person I love very dearly.
Oh yeah. Oh God. He was among the list that I had on before Tremont's promotion. H2O took a little hiatus when they were still in Jersey.
Yeah.
There was a period of time where I lost count of how many people from there I had on.
If
And
you can get Neil, it would be good to get him because he's on his last hurrah.
I've had him on. I would love. I've told him I
Oh,
want to have you on again before you hang it up.
no, even after he hangs it up, he has so many stories. You could spend hours
No, yeah, for
picking the
sure,
stories out of his mind.
for sure. Now I have some random questions. Some
All right,
some wrestling related, some not. Some nothing to do with
shoot.
anything we've talked about so far. So I give you the question, first answer that pops into your head. First one. Now dabbling in death matches, having been in the amount that you've been in, I'm sure there's plenty to choose from for this. Craziest in match moment for you?
Uh, I'm going to have to say one of them was when me. Okay, there's three moments.
Okay.
Two are from the same match.
Gotta love it.
So in this match, it was me and Hardcore, and it's a no ring, and it was supposed to be a barbed wire massacre. Well, Hardcore is insane, and he brings everything but barbed wire. And one of the weapons he brought was a little wiffle ball bat, and it had like taped around it, safety pins,
Yeah.
but they were like the 2-inch length
Oh,
ones,
like
the
the
big
big the
boys,
big ones.
and they were taped all around it. And I smacked that into his back.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't feel like it went in deep enough, so I did it
Did it.
again. And it went deeper, and everyone's freaking out. I started getting a pull out chant. And I was like, you want me to pull out? I'll pull out slow. So that was pretty crazy. And in that same match, he went to put me through a thick piece of glass and it didn't break.
Oh, jeez.
And so he picked it up and chucked it downward. And it pushed open my forearm. It didn't cut it, it gashed it. And so I got a gnarly little scar. That's why I put tape over my forearm, actually. And I just continue to because I like Terry Gordy too.
Mm.
So, but those two moments definitely pretty fucking gnarly. And then recently I had a miniature dog collar match with that Kyle from Canada. We only had a 5 foot chain. Promoter's like, I thought it was supposed to be 10, but it's like, we'll make it work. But in this match, we both were whooping each other's asses, and next thing I know, I've got a bundle of 12 tubes. He's got a bundle of 12 tubes, and we chuck them at each other.
Mm.
And just explodes in my face and everything. My mouth's covered in chalk. I actually spit and it landed on the ref and got a big ew. So, but yeah, those are probably the gnarliest. But I'm looking to have more gnarly moments.
Mm.
You know, it just has to be the right amount of people there and the right
Yeah.
amount in my envelope.
Okay.
So,
No, I get you there. I've been lucky enough to witness a few crazy ones myself. Like, okay, you talk about digging in something to somebody's back. Well,
Another time, Satu in the red light district match, he hit me with I forget what the fuck it was. It was gussets on it, and then he starts like grinding it on my back. And
Oh,
I got crazy color from that.
oh, boy, I bet. Like when AEW was last here in Omaha, they had the now infamous John Moxley Adam Copeland street fight
Ah,
with the gnarly nail board spot.
oh yeah, 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 yeah.
I was
That was
third row.
cool.
I was third row right by the entrance for that. It literally happened right in front of me.
Yeah, I love that shit. If you go
Like,
back and watch like old Japan stuff, they fucked around with nail boards. I would totally be down with taking a bump on a nail board. Slam me, daddy-o.
but
I'm
yeah,
gonna
like
get right back
literally
up and slam you. Bam!
my little clip from my vantage point that I recorded from when they were trying to pull the nail board out of Moxley's back, and you can literally see the skin like trying to hold on to the nails.
So
That
fucking metal.
literally 11,000 views in under 24 hours.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
it was nuts.
violence talks.
Now,
I mean, that's
no, yeah,
just
no,
does.
it definitely does. Now, I have one more crazy moment that I've witnessed, but it kind of ties into a story I have with my next question that I ask everybody that's even dabbled in death matches. What is a weapon you would avoid being used on you if you had the choice?
I really hate skewers.
Those can be,
Uh,
you know,
I I if someone's going to come at me with skewers, they better know what the fuck they're doing.
yeah,
Also, really, if you're not Masada, Neil, or Atticus, I don't know what the fuck you're doing because, like, those are the people that do it.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, just there's other sharp things you can hit me with. I like, fuck, take a knife to me. I don't care. Skewers, I just
yeah,
splinters, toothpicks, like wood getting in my body. I'll get glass in my body. I don't know
yeah,
what it is about me, but
yeah.
wood, I don't want in my fucking body.
So two stories actually with this one. When I asked Alex Cologne that same question, he actually literally said toothpicks. And
Yeah,
I was like thinking about it. And then he was like, yeah, if you could get lucky and you get the whole thing out, but you break off the wrong piece and then it's embedded in there, getting
yeah.
infected.
I literally just had an infection from glass getting on my finger.
Mm.
But I took some antibiotics and whatnot, and I learned a lesson. I'm gonna wear gloves.
But somebody that I asked this question to recently actually mentioned glass and fire. And I kind of laughed because, I mean, yeah, they're both fire, especially unpredictable. But
Yeah,
I told him the first ever death match that I ever got to watch in person was actually at Revolver, and it involved Jake Christ versus Joel Bateman.
yeah, that's a whoa, cool.
And it was right after a multi-person Monsters Ball match. So there was like all sorts of stuff already spread throughout the ring.
Yeah,
Jake Chris rolls in and is like, you know what? Fuck that, leave it, let's go. And then it literally ended by them taking four folding chairs, bridging two panes of glass, and then Bobby Olson rolls in with a thing of lighter fluid and lights the glass on fire.
good old Bobby.
Oh, I love
They're in
that
a
guy.
pinch.
But when the person asked when I asked them that question, they mentioned glass and fire. I'm like, funny enough, my first ever death match ended with both.
I would have been like, well, I mean, like those are two pretty big staples in the deathmatch scene. So I mean, good
Yeah,
luck. not wanting to do it.
Yeah, no, it's like he mentioned he wouldn't necessarily not ever have them used. It was just like, especially fire. It'd be like, yeah, if he could have.
Listen, I won't go through it, but I'll put someone through it. Yeah, no, I'm all about that too.
No, yeah, but yeah, no, that. Uh, I can go on some tangents on this show and getting to talk about some deathmatch stuff. It happens, but another question I have here: pro wrestling in general, a lot of traveling up and down the roads. What are a couple songs you would put on a road trip playlist?
Turn the Page by Bob Seger.
Good one.
Uh, Simple Man. You
That
can
good.
have Shinedown or Leonard. Um, I got a thing. Anthony's song, Billy Joel.
Mm.
Um, Finn's Jimmy Buffett. Um, uh, Cocaine Country Dancing by Paul Cawthon. I would throw a couple Paul Cawthon songs in there. Same with Tyler Childers. Uh, Ramblin' Man. Um, yeah,
Okay.
going up to the country, Canned Heat. Uh, yeah, I listen to a lot of music, but like when I think road trips, I think I don't know Southern rock, country,
Yeah,
kind of. That's
I
my
get you.
vibe usually. Plus,
I get you.
Bob Seger's "Turn the Page" is my go home song. When I leave a show, that's the
Yeah.
song I listen to. It's
Okay.
mandatory. Like
Okay.
I'll pop in my headphones and be like, I gotta listen to my song.
Now, with that song in particular, great song. How do you feel about Metallica's cover of it?
Never heard it.
Pretty badass. I'll admit. I like it.
uh, I do believe, though, and this is just my opinion, that Pink Pony Club by Chapel Rowan is just the modern reiteration of Turn the Page by Bob Seger. You
I
listen to the songs, they're singing about the same fucking thing. And they're
I
both
kind of
mega stars.
I kind of joked with my wife about this the other day with that song because I made the joke about Reba McEntire's song
Oh, I love Reba. Fancy.
"Fancy."
Yeah.
I joked about that song. I'm like, you know what this song is really just saying? I said, "Here's your one chance, fancy, go be a whore, do 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 do." And then I'm like, Pink Pony Club is the modern version of that.
That I would say it's more turn the page because it's about someone hitting the road and going up on stage and living their dream, which that's literally what turn the page is all about. I'm on the
Yeah.
road, I'm hitting those lights, I'm hitting those towns, I'm up on the stage, I'm back on the fucking road.
Oh yeah, no, you know what? Now that I think about it, yeah, I can see that. And I know me as well. A lot of listening that I do as far as music goes on road trips is a lot of rock, a lot of country. Like I know my wife is like an uber fan of this guy. I love him myself. We've both seen him in concert and actually met him one time, Luke Combs.
Oh, I love Luke Combs. He's
We
great.
we we got to meet him before his show at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City.
Okay.
That was fun. We've been and we were actually in the pit for that concert too. That was fun. And another favorite of mine that I actually have some memorabilia signed by him hanging on my wall over here because there's a outdoor amphitheater by this casino right across the river from me. And he was going there one time, and I'm like, you know what? I'm a fan of his. I wanted to see how close I could get. It was Dirks Bentley. And I'm like, you know what? I want to see how close I could get. I ended up getting like two people from the stage. And at one point, he's, in between songs, he's like asking where his beer drinkers are at. And I'm holding up a beer. I'm like, woo! And then he,
Wait.
he points over at me, and I'm like, looking around, like, he's not pointing at me. I kid you not. Before I know it, he's walking down towards me, helps the security guys get me over the barricade. And before I know it, I am on stage with him in between songs, and I literally get a shotgun of beer on stage with Dirks Bentley. I
That's
kid you,
sick.
I still have the can, but towards the end of the show, he points back down at me and was like, dude, well, I'm like, okay, cool. He acknowledged me again. Well, before I know it, he's grabbing the guitar from one of his band members that he was literally playing,
Yeah.
and I see him motion for something to write with, and I'm like, no. Signed guitar hanging up on my wall.
Oh my God, that's sick. That's
The
awesome.
those same security guys at the end of the show helped me back over the barricade and helped me find a back way to my car because they're like, there's no way you're walking with that through that crowd.
That's
Yeah,
sick. Hell yeah.
great concert memories I have. Now, with the name of a show like I have, I feel like I have to ask this one. Favorite drink, alcoholic or otherwise? Because I try to tell people just because it says drinking at Moe's doesn't mean that it has to be alcoholic.
My favorite drink, like if I go to, well, I love margaritas,
Uh-huh.
especially spicy, but like if
Oh, yeah.
I can go and ask a bartender this and they can make it, oh my God. Penicillins.
Hmm.
It's a scotch drink
Okay.
with two kinds of scotch in it. It's got a floater of scotch, but oh my God. You drink it, cure all, fucking, you're going to be great. It's a great summer drink. You'll get drunk as shit and not even realize it.
Oh,
Also big espresso martini fan. I love espresso martinis. Vodka tonic with a lime. If that's a go-to, it's like my Miller.
yeah.
Uh, beer wise, I really like this local brewery that I live literally a couple blocks from. It's called Esoteric here in Cincinnati. And they got a beer called Illuminati, which is a German lager that's really good. They got a Kolsch that's pretty good. They also have a Japanese style lager right now
Ooh,
that's they're calling the Walnut Hills Lager, which is my neighborhood, and it's so good. But yeah,
sounds
they're
delicious.
awesome.
That sounds absolutely delicious. Yeah. I'm I'm a fan of a good margarita as much as anybody. I have a couple different tequilas here at my house where like they're so smooth. You put those in a margarita,
You
you're
don't
gonna
taste
you're
it.
gonna you're gonna need to be careful because you will not
Yeah.
taste that there's any damn tequila in that.
Uh, my boyfriend's a bartender, and when I go to his bar, I get free drinks. So he'll
Nice.
just make all types of margaritas for me, and I don't have to spend a dime. It's great.
Hey, gotta love it. All right. Last but not least, here, best advice you have for anybody wanting to get into wrestling.
Uh, commit. I don't believe in chances. I believe in choices. Anything you want, you can get as long as you knock on that door and beat it down. You can get through it. You know, 5 years ago, if you told me I would be in a ring traveling, I would have told you you're a liar. But because I was determined, because I put in the effort, and I'm no one. I'm a common man, just like you or anyone else. You can do this. And if you say it's not for you, that's fine.
Yeah.
But as long as you tried,
Oh yeah.
don't do anything you half-ass. Fucking put your full ass into it. Shit or get off the pot.
Oh,
Like,
oh yeah. Like that literally okay. I've had the the question asked if the name of my show was a Simpsons reference. No, technically, but I know that it fits. But when you mentioned the full assing it,
yeah.
I swear I can't remember the episode, but I remember I'm wanting to say it was Homer saying something about not half-assing anything, always using your full ass.
I believe it because I am a huge Simpsons fan, a
Oh,
huge one.
totally.
I actually do a move that's called the Wiggum knee,
Oh,
and before I hit that running knee, I make sure everyone knows that I choose you.
I love it. Oh
And
God, gotta
I'm in
love Ralph
danger. We're
Wiggum.
all in danger, Ralphie.
Gotta love Ralph Wiggum. Like I swear, the line that's jumping out to me right now of his was from the movie when Homer is daring Bart to skate down to
Yeah.
Krusty Burger naked, and he ends up running by Ralph Wiggum, and he's like, Ralph just goes, "I like men now."
Yeah, Ralphie.
Oh,
And your own little baby
got
boy.
but goddamn, now I can't. Now I got on a Simpsons kick. I can't remember where I was going, but yeah, no, great advice because oh, now I remember where I was going because you mentioned about you know if you would have asked you know the person you were 5 years ago if you'd be doing everything you're doing now that you'd say no you're a liar you wouldn't I'm not gonna well same thing with this podcast and some of the people that I've had on putting in the legwork to even do them because you
Yeah.
know I've worked with a few promotions doing preview episodes for shows which ended up leading into me getting invited to be a part of a fan fest before a show in St. Louis where I ended up getting to talk with Bronson Reed,
Hell yeah.
and before he had a match on that show against Jeff Cobb.
Oh, that was probably dope.
Oh, dude, them both hitting each other so hard you could literally see the individual
Big
points of
meaty men
sweat
slapping
flying
meat.
off of them. Well, the very definition of it. But then some of the other people that I've had on from like big Ring of Honor guy that I've been. I I literally got to talk with the former owner Kerry Silken. I've
Oh.
I've had a former 6-man tag champ Dutch on.
Oh, I love his work.
Oh, dude, such a fan of his, and that one literally, this one it literally got me a little bit of recognition from the late great Bray Wyatt
Oh.
because at the time I wasn't aware of the friendship that he had with him. And I remember, I forget if it was having posted about the show that like having released the episode, if it was just having recorded with him. But on the way back from work, I get a Twitter alert that was like, okay, I'll check when I about dropped my
Hmm.
phone because it was Bray Wyatt.
Oh.
And I'm like, I immediately messaged Dutch and I'm like, you're friends with Bray Wyatt? And then he told me the whole spiel. I'm like, that
Eh.
that explains so much right now.
That's
But yeah,
awesome.
and I actually messaged Dutch again shortly after Bray passed. And I'm like, dude, Don't worry about responding. I just wanted to let you know. I know, remembering the friendship that you had with him. I just wanted to let you know I was thinking about you. And he actually messaged, letting me know that he was
Oh,
appreciative of that.
yeah.
But yeah, that if there was a celebrity death that, you know, caught me off guard and like shook me, that was it. Because he was not very far off of my age at the time. And it was like, holy shit.
Yeah. Death will get you anytime.
It does not discriminate. Now, before we go, where can people find you social media wise? So if they don't already have their eyes on the Queerbilly, they can go ahead and get them there.
Well, Instagram, it is at the Queerbilly, and I gotta check my Twitter because GG Jacobs 69, and then it's just GG Jacobs on Facebook. I also have a YouTube. If you look up GG Jacobs verse, you will find a lot of my stuff. I've posted probably 100 videos or more now and shorts. I I don't advertise it a whole lot. I just throw it up there, and once in a blue moon, I'll be like, "Hey, I got matches here if you want to check them out." But if anyone wants to go check those out, greatly appreciated. I also have merch available at towntown-usa.printify.me.
All
And
right.
it's it sounds a little weird, but it's literally what people are using to power their big cartel and everything. I just use their pop-up shop because I'm lazy. Uh, I, I'll get on it. But you go there, you can get all my goodies, all my merch, and be silent profile and look like you are the newest baby doll of Pound Town, USA.
All right. We'll get all of that in the description. That is about all I have. Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me tonight. An absolute pleasure, and you're welcome back anytime.
Awesome. No, thank you. This was a blast. I had an absolute blast chatting with you.
Thank you. Same. No, my issue with this fucking button again.